Hi, Noah.
Chris, good morning. How are you?
I'm awake.
Yeah. Right. I am too. You know, I got very little sleep last night because I've been working. But we are here. We are going to do this. We're going to crush it. So let's go ahead and get started, my friend.
I'm ready.
All right, well, beginning today, you know, the nation can experience the next big thing in streaming, you know, what's not on Netflix, but free on Tubi. You know, we had Carmen on last week, and I must say, you know, I was telling her that Tubi has been no stranger to me. You know, I introduced it to my grandparents and to my family when I, you know, purchased a Roku box because, you know, Tubi is on Roku. You know, you can really pretty much get it everywhere. And I have to say, this is one of the first platforms that I introduced to my whole family. So I'm a Tubi supporter. We're Tubi lovers, you know, and you are joining forces with Tubi, a platform, you know, that is clearly not just loved by me, but by you and millions of others as well. So kind of tell us the partnership that you are working with Tubi.
Well, I'm one of the actors that have done these short little films for Tubi, and being in the business as an actor, I love the idea that it's free and that it's got a variety of things you can't find on other streaming services. And I had a really, really good time making that little film, commercial, whatever you want to call it, because they just let me, you know, we took the basic premise that they created, which was the psychiatrist and the patient, and then I sort of improvised my way through it and had just a really good time. I don't often get to do comedy.
Very, very exciting. Yeah, they have a lot of TV shows and movies, some of the movies that you'll see in theaters, you know, they bring to their platform. It's just an overall great platform, and I'm just so excited that Tubi is expanding and they're growing, and congratulations. And a big shout out to them this morning. Too, let's go ahead and get into some of the things that you've been able to do in your career real quick. You know, you just wrapped work on Doctor Who, which is going into their 12th season, but, you know, what's been one of your overall favorite projects that you have been able to be part of during your career? Because you, like I said, Chris, you've been able to do a lot in your career.
Well, frankly, I never realized I was going to have a career in TV. I thought it was always going to be basically a career in the theater and a film here and there, because that's what I was trained to do. I just finished doing a play at the Atlantic Theater in New York City last April called The Mother with Isabelle Huppert, and that was kind of an amazing experience. And I've been doing some stuff in Europe, an incredible show. I did the last season of it called Catastrophe. I don't know if you ever heard of it. And then there's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the biggest kind of revelation was the Sex and the City for me, doing that part. Because I didn't know what it was going to become. But Law and Order was my biggest break, frankly, into TV, because I was in the original Law and Orders, and and to have a show in New York at a time when hardly any shows except for the soap operas were in New York, and the original cast it was just all guys in the original cast, actually, and really incredible actors like Michael Moriarty and Stephen Hill and my buddy Dan Florrick, Richard Brooks. That was an extraordinary experience for me, because you know, we look at procedural TV now, crime dramas now, as they're so ubiquitous that they're all over the place, and we take them for granted to a certain extent, that whole idea. But when we did Law and Order, it was breaking new ground at that time, so that was exciting. But I would say the biggest imprint on my career has been Sex and the City, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's just so great to watch you on TV, and, you know, just everything that you know, like I said, that you've been able to do. And my last question for you, know, because like you were saying, I think a lot of your fans, they really best know you from Sex and the City, and of course, like you were saying, Law and Order. But, you know, what moment from working on Sex and the City, that particular set, really stands out to you the most from your time of being able to be part of an incredible franchise?
What
like
moment?
Sex and the City.
Oh gosh.
I know there's a lot, right?
There's a lot. I mean, the end of the series when we got to go shoot in Paris was a lot of fun. But I think one of the most, I think what stands out to me is when we both fell into the pond in Central Park.
Yeah.
That was a iconic moment for me.
Yeah.
In that dirty water.
Oh goodness! How many times did you guys have to shoot that?
It was once. That was it. We did it once, and that was it. Because we both got dripping wet. There was no way to recover from that. You had to get it right on the first time. I also liked when she passed gas in the bed.
Oh my God!
That was pretty good.
Oh, Chris!
Is that you?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I think it might be worse under there.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh goodness!
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. Now I'm wide awake, Chris. Yeah, yeah. Look at there, Chris. Yeah. For more information about Chris's partnership with Tubi, you guys can visit tubi.tv. You're not gonna want to miss it, and download Tubi if you have a Roku device, so you can start binging and watching all their shows and movies that they have available to you, the viewer. Chris, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It was a pleasure to get to speak with you.
Great talking to you, Noah.
You take care and have a great rest of your day and great rest of your week as well.
Thank you. You as well.
All right. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.